I'm back. This is my second vlog, and I would like to keep it under 10 minutes, so I'm going to jump right into the topic. I don't know what the title is going to be, but the subject is dating and jump-offs. I really liked my first vlog. I really appreciate you all watching it. I wanted to talk about dating and jump-offs. I just was going to wait a little while, but what happened was I currently have like 3 dead text, meaning that there was a conversation going until I said no. So it kind of, I said, you know what, I know it's a little early in the game for this. I'm really not trying to go all raunchy with it, but I also thought about the fact that I wanted it to be like my blog, and that was more so about me. Like, I'm not really here to give advice. I probably need some advice. The other thing I like about blogging, vlogging, whatever, is the sharing aspect. Like, I hear stories and they help me, so maybe hearing mine will help other people, and I'm always open to advice. So dating. I have a list. I even made a list today. I have this program on the phone called Turbo Lists, and I make lists for everything now. So let's start with since Xavi. Okay, I had a baby almost 2 years ago. When I first had Xavi, just everything that was going on, I had no desire to be in a relationship. I didn't want to have sex. My whole focus was Xavi and making sure like we were able to function, because I knew I had to go back to work. I wasn't there. He was born in December, so I would say, I think, like, I dated this guy around February-ish, I remember, but it didn't go far. Now, in July, my birthday, shout out to the birthday, I met this guy, and we're gonna just call him what I call him, what he's known to as my girlfriends. He smells so good. Reason being, went out, and I was intoxicated, and when I came home, what I remembered was that he smelled so good, and I was really comfortable, like, whatever. So that was a nickname, and then I kept saying in my intoxicated state, he smells so good. And to this day, I've never smelled that scent again, and it was just so good. Like, I think if I actually smelled it, I might start salivating, because it was such a good scent. Now, he wasn't supposed to be nothing, and he really kind of wasn't. But what happened was, okay, let's before I even get into that, let's define dating and jump-offs, right? My definition. Dating. You go out, you date, dinner, movies, bowling. It doesn't always have to be money, spending time. I do consider house dates, like, as far as like chilling at somebody's house, watching movies. But after a good foundation of external dating, external meaning outside, somewhere. I don't care. It could be the library for all I care. So at any rate, so yeah, dating is the actual activity of actually going out, doing stuff, spending time, getting to know each other. You're dating. Dates. Jump off. A jump off is, in my mind, purely, mostly 85% sexual. It's mostly somebody that you are gonna see in your home, or his home, if he has one. And you're probably gonna have sex. You might talk, you might like that person, but that's pretty much what it is. It is what it is, right? So, great. So, keep in mind, he smells so good. Second person I met after, whatever. Wasn't looking for anything, I still wasn't in the mood for all that. It was a jump off. It was a jump off, from last year. And that was fine, because that's really all I wanted. I hope my breasts don't look ignorant. I really do. I'll tell you an ignorant story about breasts in a minute. So, that was going on, and, whatever, there's other situations, whatever. So, ding dong, January comes. Really, okay, I won't lie to you guys. I was about to lie. What happened was, around Christmas, he smelled so good, I decided, because I fully believe in stalking. People act funny about it. Maybe we need another word for it, because I consider it good research. But I didn't really do it to this person to that point. And one day I just decided to take his timeline back on Twitter, like to the day I met him, and I didn't like some of the things I saw. So I said, let's dead it. Okay, we're not on the same page, you know, because at that point, I'd say by last Christmas, December 2009, I had decided I didn't want a boyfriend, but I wanted to know I was on the same page with somebody, like trying to build towards it. Like I definitely wasn't like, I want it right now. I just wanted to, you know, choo, 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 that kind of thing. So when I took the timeline back, I said, nah, we're not on the same page. And that's cool, you know what I mean? So that's whatever. So that first time, he was straight like, sorry to see you go, peace, peace, peace. And I was okay with that, I was fine with that. And then it was just like, I don't know, I felt like it just was, it didn't, I don't want to say popped up. It just didn't end. And it wasn't necessarily because of me. And I feel like, so from January until recently, of course, I felt like we got to know each other better, still jumping off going on, but it got a little gray. It was more like, and I was very clear about what I wanted, and he'd be like, let me work on it, or, you know, it was just like, he still wanted to be around, knowing what I wanted, so I was kind of having faith in that. Please, here comes my birthday this year, right? This fool acted a fool, basically. It was a lot of drama. I'm actually, back in my heyday, I could get down with the drama as far as like I could hold my own and go back and forth with you. Really, I've really noticed after having Xavier, I'm very calm. The more hype somebody gets, the more relaxed I'm getting, because I've experienced those wham bam, knock them down, who's gonna win fight, and I just don't want to fight at anybody. I don't want to fight. I'm just, let's go to sleep and talk about it tomorrow. That's where I am with it. So, my birthday was very great this year, but it had that edge of drama in there. So basically, you know, with all that drama, whatever, it kind of, whatever, it ended. And it ended on the tip of, I'm just not that into you. Can you believe that cliche shit? Shh, don't tell anybody. And I was like, okay, well, if you're not that into somebody, damn, it's been 9 minutes already. This is going to be a 3-part series. That's ridiculous. Let me go on. So if you're not that into somebody, why keep going if you know it? So anyway, so it ends. And so I've been dating. And like I said before, I'm glad that people have actually wanted to go on dates with me. Yeah. But in the mix of dating, I get a lot of requests for jumping off. And let me just tell you, that does not feel good. Despite my breast hanging out probably 5 minutes ago, I really do not feel like a sexual person. Like, don't get me wrong, I know how to have sex, I know how to do it. But it's not what drives me. Like, personalities really drive me. So when people come raw dog, like, let's jump off, I'm like, but you're social. I'm not there with it. I'm just not. It's just, you know, I mean, and especially to be quite honest, I don't know if it's